Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. This is a Virgo reading. I hope you guys are doing well. So let's get into this reading, shall we? Check out your star signs in your birth chart so you can get the clarity that you need from the readings moving forward. And yeah, take what you need and move on from the rest if it doesn't resonate. And yeah, leave your comments below, your likes and subscribes. So let's get on with it, shall we? So what's going on with Virgos, please? Thank you. Holy Spirit, what's going on with Virgos? You are going to be absolutely accepted in good news. Worries are no longer there with you being mad. And it does say that you have good news overall to see that you've got blessings. Word of mouth says you've got ideal frenemies coming to evict your head from things or punish you out of a problem, but not really wanting to know that you're going to have good news. Frenemies are not going to be good for you. Ideally, it does say blessings are on its way to you. So if these frenemies are not going to be good to you and they're still there, but it says blessings are coming to be good to you, what are these blessings for you, Virgos? Let's try and see what that is for you. What are these blessings for Virgo, Spirit? It's all this time a man has not been arguing with you and patiently waiting for you to be heard. Doesn't want to know that you are, but he knows he should have spoken about it and addressed the situation in a way that is fair. Doesn't say that he has, and he warns himself to not speak about you in a bad way. Trial and error is something he wants to know. Are you seeking attention? Are you trying to push his mind away from the fact that he has karma? He doesn't need to build up any problems with you, and you don't need to build up any problems with him. Ideally, he wants to know, do you smoke or do you drink or do you look forward to things that are going to pay attention to him being mad? He just doesn't know how to speak to you in a good way. He's very mad at himself. He doesn't know how to talk to you in a way that is going to be fair and good. He's very mad at himself in a way that he doesn't like you. And he has built up animosity through frenemies and enemies in his mind to hate you. It does say he has hold on you and many things that he's got going on in a mind game just to play you around the systematic values of his policies. He feels like he has karma coming with this. Doesn't want to know that he's a friend or an enemy. However, he does know that he has feelings and he doesn't like being annoyed. So therefore he knows he has people to pick on you or even treat you like you're not going to be good to yourself. He does want to know that he is trying in his mind to pick on his mental health and have better news for you. He does know he's worried about situations that you've been through. And he hasn't got karma coming apart from the fact that you will have karma coming. If he has karma coming, it's when you have karma coming. Now, warning signs are there for you to have karma coming. And it does say he knows why and who. So if it does go down in a way that you have karma coming, he will also have karma coming too. And this building will never be yours in your mindset as the way you would like it until he has problems with you. Until then, he's never going to have good news overall. Hello, it says, I know that I've spoken to you before. How are you? Want to know if I can give you a call and speak to you. Have you heard that I need to speak to you and see if you can come down and pick on my mindset and help me with something? Wouldn't want to know that you're going down, but maybe you could go down there and speak to me and I will get you worried about something. I think someone's trying to set you up. Sounds like they want to take it to take it to the police station, but what I'm picking up on, someone could possibly want you to get so wound up to the point you know, act out of character so badly to the point where, you know, police might have to get involved. You know, it's like someone trying to push you down the wrong road. That's what I'm picking up. It does say it's not going to get out of hand, as you have obviously given yourself time to make sure that your evil is never going to be on display. You're very much voting for something great in your mind to happen, and seeing that you have victory with this, plans to punish them and harm them and give them bad news overall. Protesting in your mind that it should happen, making sure that you feel like victory is yours after you've conquered them. Ideally, it would work if karma comes to them very soon. Doesn't say it's going to, but you do know that you have victories in your mind to certainly set yourself free from burdens if you trust in God. And it doesn't say that you have a bad idea to do so. You will witness things and move past it, and liberty takers will never ever defend your mindset in a good way. But at the same time, bad news is going to come to them in November, October, and even June of next year, blessing you and having good news overall. When this happens, it's going to be a good thing. Just join the process. Just try to blame no one and blame yourself a little bit, it says. It's not going to be easy to blame yourself if you feel like you're being targeted for an attack. Someone down below or around you is attacking you. And it says you can't afford to give yourself bad news. Wondering when she's going to have bad luck or bad news or even move away from your head is not easy. But the truth is, it's always going to be easy to move past the negative drama, as long as you keep away from the mental health problems that she has, or even other people's. You have good news. Warring with it is not easy. Trial and error to pull away from it is not easy. At this time, you will be brought down in your mind to think, am I doing the right thing? And it doesn't say you're doing a bad thing. Absolutely, absolutely never, ever doing the bad things you thought you were doing. But karma is coming to you in a bad way in your mind. After all, everyone keeps targeting you and making you feel sad. It is not right. And pedophile energy is in the air. Pedophile. Sounds like pedophile a little bit. But yeah, it doesn't say that you are going through anything worse than what you're going through, but things are going to be laughed at if you try to make changes. That's the only thing. So if you try to change all this negativity into good news for yourself right now, it's not going to be taken seriously, unfortunately, which is sad, really. You know, it's like you have to go through a long time of, like, almost suffering to see where this is going to lead for you to have better news. And I'm sorry you're going through that, Virgos. There is a lot of people right now going through these things. You can definitely check out Scorpio's reading. They are definitely going through something really heavy. I think Pisces might be going through a little something as well. And Leos are definitely going through something. Okay. You might be able to hear about the challenges of certain situations if they resonate in Taurus's reading, and how to see certain victories that could possibly be happening in your favor because of the way you're handling it mentally. Not necessarily the outcomes are coming together in the right way that you have hoped, but mentally, through your wisdom and your knowledge. Okay. But it does say overall challenges will proceed with conscience that you will win. Okay, so you're gonna win this. You're gonna get over this. You're gonna win this. All right. It's not going to be easy to come back to everything that you said that you wanted to. After all, you have good news. And it does say you've got better news now that you see blessings come to you. Warring with something is never going to be easy, but you have blessings now. Okay. So those blessings are mostly because you're holding on to something that's not going to give you grief too much. It's going to be something that's going to pay attention to your mind and give you a lot of love in the next week or two to change your mindset or move past it in a good way, and not see it in a way that's going to be karmic anymore as you move past it, as you will feel like shifts are there. Shifts will turn around and change things and make you feel like you're on a new leaf and a new path. As the Virgo you are, you're going to see that studying your mind is going to be better. Looking for things that you've got to do is going to be worth it. And letters sent out to you are not coming. It does say building structures are going to be there to see that you have power, not a enemy, or even time to think, am I the victorious one? Because I don't have bad news. I don't have bad news because I don't see people trying to tell me off in a way they said they were going to tell me off. And warning signs are there for someone to tell themselves to not speak to you in a bad way as they keep picking on you and trying to bully you. Yeah. So someone was picking on you and bullying you. Could be a few people, but either way, it's not going to, there's not going to be a bad outcome. It's like someone's not going to, um, someone's not going to keep challenging you to do something that you don't want to do and threatening you with letters and stuff like that. And it doesn't say that it's going to stop either the problem, but it does say that people are going to start thinking about why they're doing that to you. So they can look at themselves and think, is it worth it? Because it is that they keep picking on you and then picking on themselves. They realize they could harm themselves doing this. If it's ever going to be a problem, it's going to be a problem where you go down to your mind about things and say, I'm going to court and I'm going to study this in a way that I have good news. Like, I'm not going to stop myself from having good news. And the warning signs are there for them to see that you will have good news, because it doesn't say that you're not allowed to have good news. You can actually have good news, but they're wondering why they even do what they do to harm you. And they think about it, and then they think about it, and then they think about it, and wonder why they keep harming you. And this is where it goes wrong for them, because they can't keep laughing at you, making you feel like a problem is there, and then keep making you feel like you ain't got good news, and then wondering, well, will she get good news? Because it's absolutely right to say that she would, but why would they not want to harm their heads to give it to you? And it does say harm because they don't want to. It's justice for them, feeling like they have to feel like you got negative news. Like, it's very bad the way they've set and twisted the situation into their mind to say they have to give you bad news. It's like they warn themselves, do you know who you are? And then they wonder, why would she not know who she is? Does she look like she has fall written on her head? Does he have fall written on his head? It doesn't say that you have. So therefore, you must laugh at them and make fun of them and make them feel like they've got karma coming in their mental health. Because even if you don't want to speak about it in the judge's room, you've got to see that they don't need you to be mad. And that's all it is. They've got to turn around and start thinking about their mental health and fix the way that they've been approaching you and treating you. It's karma for them through the universe. They have not spoke to you about it, but God says you are the answer. You are the one that's going to set this path fucking free from the burden that they've been giving everyone. You are the chosen one, Virgos. Your mindset and everything else that you go through has brought them down to their knees. They are not laughing at you anymore in June. And I know it's a long time. I know it's a long time till then, because it keeps saying June a lot. I keep hearing June this, June that. But, God knows what God is doing. The universe knows what it's doing. So you just have to be patient sometimes. And hopefully it's June 2026 and not June 2027. That's something I had to learn this year as well, when God kept saying it's going to happen in June. And I was like, well, June has gone past now. You know what I mean? And we're in June yet now. Nothing's happening. Oh, we've gone into July now. Hold on a minute. God said June. And then July came around, and then God was like, well, June, July. But then it still was there. And then I'm like, well, hopefully there's a date on this, a proper date, because June could be any year, So anyway, it doesn't say bad news are going to warn you of everything that you want, but it does say things are going to happen in a way that you can pee people off and make them feel like you've got bad news to give somebody. Let them see you could still take, or maybe even harm and hurt and even trash them, and then study why it's going to be you that has bad news on the mindset. Maybe because you don't want to know that you've got problems, and then see that you haven't got problems is why it's always going to be you that has bad news. Many thanks to you. It does work in your favor, because if it does go to trial, you can say, I don't have bad news. I don't warn myself that I do these things to anyone. But the thing is, you can do things if it's, I don't care and I'm staying like this and I'm not going to no court. Because you do have the upper hand when you can trash people, tell them off, pick on them, harm them, or even say, I'm not going down. So when it happens in that way, you're going to work on yourself. But it says only if you believe you're not going to court or trial. Okay? Only if you know or believe that you're not going to go, you know, you're not being challenged into the courtroom, and you know that you're not taking it there on purpose because you're trying to get someone dirty, but at the same time no one's listening to you, so you're like, all right, I'm taking it into my own hands and I'm going to bash that other person by picking on them, doing things to them. That's the obvious for them to turn around and say, well, they did it to me too. You know what I mean? Well, she was doing it to me, he was doing it to me. Yeah, I might have done it, but they done it to me as well, you know. Then it's gonna backfire a little bit, you know, or a lot, depending on what it is. So anyway, let's see what else is going on, Virgos. It says you all will see that you have karma if you don't listen to good news, as this thing is about to happen. No one wants to hear what's going on, and it does say things are going to happen really badly for a person if they don't get good news. Because I already told them, stop picking on my mindset and listen to me when I'm telling you stop doing something. There's a witch that's trying to warn you of something and doesn't need to. It does say bad news is coming to them. They have to stop picking on you with voodoo. And it does say that they keep doing this. Many thanks to you all are not going through it, but some of you are. And then there's reasons to believe you have bladder problems in the mindset of them, as you do know you smoke, drink, or even go to the loo very often. Doesn't say that you have problems believing that if you all have good news and know that you have time to think about whether you have consciousness to know that I have bladder problems, and it doesn't have anything to do with no witch or witchcraft. It's just someone keeps spending time to pick on you and thinks about things that are very nasty or negative or mentally ill or even problematic to their mind, and trying to say that you have problems with yours. It says only because they absolutely love alcohol and they drink too much and wonder, do you do the same? And then forgive themselves sometimes because they don't want to nice you up with good news, but they also know they don't want to nice you up, and then they do want to nice you up and make you feel good, but they keep picking on you and laughing at you and making fun of you and then trying to warn themselves to move on because they're mentally ill. Oh dear. Oh. Anyway, I did hear a word like someone's name, but I'm not going to mention names in this reading. You will know who it is, or you'll have to investigate, you know, who it is. As you know, names sometimes are not always practical for people that are going through it on a collective level, where there's so many people that have different names, you know. So it might just stand out to one particular person that's really interested in what's going on. So let's see what else is going on for Virgos. Anything else for Virgos? Okay. So, happy life, happy life. I'm hearing happy life. I'm hearing that happy wife trying to pull in the background, but it says happy life, happy life, happy life, happy life. Maybe happy wife, but happy life. Doesn't say it's going to be that anymore, as she has moved on. Many thanks to you. You may feel like someone has moved on. Says you do not know how to treat me. I have moved on. I left you alone to deal with your mind. You don't know how to speak about things that I adore. And I will show you if you ever come to me and speak to me about the things that you want. I've told you I'm not coming to you, and I'm not dressing up and looking nice and telling you that I look good, and then you wondering, do I not look good enough? I'm never going to see you again. And I'm wondering, do you even make sense about anything that you're trying to talk about with me? I would never want to talk to you again. So I wonder, do you upset in your mind about it, or do you make me feel like I'm mad? I'm never going to be mad at you. I understand that I've moved on and I'm happy. Have you seen that you don't look that great? Is what the person could be saying. It does say that he knows that you look absolutely stunning, absolutely sexy, and absolutely fine, but wondering, do you feel bad because he picks on you? And it does say, Virgo, you could be the one, or someone around you could be this person. Many thanks to you, it could be someone else, as you do not care about people's opinions. Some of you are dealing with this in your mind and targeting someone and being rude. And it doesn't say why, it's just very bad mood for someone that doesn't know how to move on. And this legal matter pending for them is not going to be ideally good for you to move into, as pregnant woman knows that she should not get involved again, but could be up the duff because of a man that doesn't know how to smoke, drink, or maybe even see that he has good news, but wonders, does he know that his wife is pregnant? Ideally, he wouldn't want to know that his wife is pregnant, but he says, I could have had someone in my mind making sure that they were there giving me a good time and laughing at them when I said, I see that they are pregnant. I know that they're pregnant. And I wonder, can I see that this woman is pregnant? I could have kept her and said, you will have my baby. And I wouldn't know how to stay there with you, but I could have had one of you being pregnant or one of you not being pregnant, and then studied, if I could have two women, is it going to be okay? Because one woman was never enough for this man. And he also said that he knows why he could never have one woman. He hates himself, doesn't know why he's got two women on the go, but he knows that he doesn't like anyone speaking about it or even challenging him if he wants to have 3 and 4 women at the same time. It just doesn't know how to speak in a way that's going to war with him, as he thought about it and said he knows he'll have to challenge you or someone else around you to pick on the mindset. Like, are you going to let me see that I have good news with my war with you, warring with you, that you will be one of them, helping me to have a baby, or even see that I have a citizenship, or even sex? Someone says I should help myself to many thanks, a good woman that's going to allow me to sleep around. Then I realize it's never going to be you. Mainly because I said, I see that I don't want to have sex with one woman. I just want two. And sometimes I may want a third. But I'm never going to have you to pick on. And it does say you walked away just in time. So after he may have thought about it, he may think again that he wants to karmically give you a ring, tell you off, and tell you that you are the problem. And then thinks, well, it's not worth it, as you've seen yourself move on. Mind you, he's got 10 women in his mind that he could challenge. Doesn't say that he's going to win them, but he realized he's got war with you. Doesn't say that you've got war with him, but he may think about why he even left you to date someone else, or maybe even go off with someone else in the mind of yours, because the war's with him. He doesn't have to speak to you again, but it does say he knows that he's speaking to me. I'm the child's parent. I do know I have children with him. I wouldn't want to know he's got good karma with females. He doesn't know how to treat a woman if he tried. And it does say she knows why. She's not in love with him, but she just knows it's not a good idea to get with this one. So maybe it's because she knows she can't handle him, and maybe it's because he knows he can't handle her. But I know that I don't want to get involved. Many of them say, I like this woman to be there with me. And it does say she has a new man that does particularly want her to have good news. So he's only going to get involved in his mind and tell himself that I know I've got the good one. I didn't want her to be in a bad relationship in the previous one, and I didn't want her to have a bad woman the way she wanted to have a bad woman in her mind. Ideally, she wanted to beat someone up and harm them for him. She wanted to hurt them for him. And she wanted to trial and error, pinch their mindset to ask questions and follow him and find out information about him. She doesn't need to do that. She just knows that she's moved on and she hates women, even in the mindset around her, as she follows her mental health to see who he's sleeping with, who he's dating, who he's dealing with, and who he's been with last. But following her is not going to be good or easy, as sleeping together was never in the question. People will pick on people for things that you don't understand, Virgo. And it does say warning signs are there for this woman to look around and see why she needs to target you in your mind today, to understand who you are and why you went out with him or even slept with him or dealt with him, as she has troubled her mind too much to think, why am I looking for him? I wouldn't want to be with him, but I keep looking for him in my mind. And I'm wondering, why does he keep looking at me? Like I need to tell him that I've got good news to give him. I would never want to know he's got good news, so I trouble him in his mind. She's probably looking for him to have karma for a long time, and that's what it is. But that doesn't mean because you want karma for someone that's done you dirty, ideally in a relationship that went wrong, like a romantic relationship that went wrong, doesn't mean you have to keep looking for the woman. Like, she should have karma too. Do you know what I mean? Like, that part is unfair. But that's why it says you don't understand things sometimes, because sometimes people can be wicked. All right, and she could be looking for the next target alongside him, because he's been sleeping with another woman or a new person. Maybe she feels like she didn't have the best relationship with him and she deserved better, and now he's gone off and he's got something better but doesn't want him to. Could be all of that. But it says it's going to karmically give you problems in your mind to see that you shouldn't have problems, um, and then wonder why the person's troubling your mindset for a long time, if not forever, because she will still look at you like, are you there? Are you there? But it says mostly that or nothing. People will move on when they're ready. It's just that it's not going to be time to move on until June or next year. And it says people keep picking on people, doesn't know when to stop. Everyone keeps doing it. Many of them, in fact, are picking on you, and very much so, legal actions are pending for you or someone else around you. Many of them, many people, not just you, but loads of people. Okay, so there's a lot of scrutiny and attack going on right now. Okay, lots of it. It's unfair, but there's lots of it going on. So, let's see. Anything else for Virgos before we wrap up your reading? Anything else going on? Okay. I'll just finish that out the deck. Not sure which way something's going. Ideally want to look out and see that burdens are not coming. Feeling like you've got stress but don't know how to leave it alone. Wondering when it will ever leave you. Feeling worried about things. Not sure if a mindset is going to be heavy or burdensome. It doesn't say bad news is on its way to you, but cautions are there for you to see that good news is on its way. Something will hide itself away from you or see that it's not going to come to you right now. It's just very worried about problems and seeing that it's got very nasty mental health issues to deal with in the world. Laugh if you're not one of them. It does say that you've got to give yourself good news so you don't have to worry about everyone else. Problems will subside and have good news. Things will work out just fine, and no one is stressed more than you at this time in the mindset of theirs. Someone feels like you are challenged or feel burdened from them. It does say you have witnessed this many times over and you don't want to deal with them. So you may not want to hear that you have to or see them in your mindset, but it does come up sometimes. And it does feel like it's going to go on for a long time, but it will not happen all the time. So you've just got to give yourself time to get over it and move past it. And I understand sometimes you think, well, I am trying to do that. But anytime I've done that in the past, guess what? I've took my mind off it for a while and then it came and slapped me back in my head again because they started their problem. They give time to have a break from whatever it is that, you know, they've been doing to annoy me, upset me. And then all of a sudden, when I take my eye off the ball, they start again, you know? It's like you've been wanting to try and stay in control of the situation. Now that you are aware this person is sporadic, but they do it regularly. They sporadically, regularly try to torment you, harm you, harass you, bully you, give you problems, that type of thing. You don't know when it's coming, but it happens regularly, even if it's got little breaks in between and you're like, well, I'm tired of this. And can I afford to even take my mind off of it when it's been bothering me so much to the point I can't ignore it, because I need my peace of mind to not be, you know, you know, to not feel like you're going through something when you've taken your mind off of it. Like, because it keeps coming around and disturbing your peace. It keeps distracting you, Virgos. You know, a thing or a person keeps distracting you. So let's see what else is going on. It says people will give you good advice all the time, but not always to follow. So even if you are distracted, sometimes it's not all the time, but it may be often for some of you. And it does say some of you are going through it, and never all of you, but you will all have problems. And some of you are going through problems right now as we speak, as someone keeps trying to target you and your family and looking forward to problems and when it's going to happen for you to see that you've got to come and deal with it. It says no one is coming out for you to say that you've got to speak to me, mental health woman that lives in the mind and wants to know that she is always there around you, or even physically around you, but watches your mental health constantly. Wants to know, are you going to come out and play? Doesn't know why she would want to look at you like you've got to be a teenager or a foolish child wanting to play her mental health games. You do not have to play the game she plays. She can play on her own. You can play like you're normal, or even just see that you are a normal person. Bloody hell, you are a very good normal person, delivering good news to your mind. Building structures and problems are not going to be the answer for her to deal with in her mind all the time too, as she picks on her mental health and sees she's probably going to need time to move on past the problem she has today, dealing with something that she doesn't like. Karma is coming to her, and it lessens her brain today on you, as it gives her more worry and more worry to deal with. This problem may never be solved. It's just karma is coming to her. And many thanks to you giving yourself good news will be through her and her mindset, giving her karma about her family, and plenty of it. This woman is going to be under attack with her mental health. And leave it to me, it says, I know that she's going down, because someone says she's going to go down in a week or two with her karma, mentally and physically, with her health. Her problematic situation's not going to go well, and her problem with her mind is not going to go well. And the fucked up mind game she plays with a man around her never seems to suit her either, but he knows he can't come to you with bad news. He also has mental health problems, and he's struggling to give her some time off in her mind today to help her with things that she needs. She
Diamond
also
Tarot
realized she's got
viewers,
karma coming with
I
this.
see
He's never gonna
abundance
help her,
coming.
never
I see
will, never
money
wants to,
coming.
never ever
I
ever
see good
wants to give
karma,
her love,
good
sex,
fortune
or
is on
marriage,
its way
and
to
doesn't
you.
even want to help
I
her with
see
the
you've
child that
had
they
to make
share. This
decisions and
plain old
ideas
problem
have
never
come
goes
about to
away.
help
It's
you
simple, but it's
take off
justifying the
in some
weakness in
type of
her to be
area in your
burdened.
life.
And it does
I
say
see
she
new
deals with it the
changes
best way she
coming
can,
about.
but
For
can't
some of
win
you that are
and
looking
doesn't want to
forward
know
to
that she
blessed
can't. And
energy
this is where it
in
goes wrong for
regards
you, as
to
she picks on
news
you and
that you'll be
targets you
getting,
with the problems
things
of
that
her
you have
own. And it doesn't
manifested,
say it gets
or
easy for
even
you,
feeling
but
like you're
you've tried
putting in the
yourself
work
more
in
at the
areas of
situation
your
in your
career,
mind. You never
in
needed
areas
her
of
to
your
tell you that you
studies,
needed
in
support.
areas
It never
that
was
you
going
may
to get better
prosper,
for her, she
in
says. I
financial
know that I
gains,
want to
even
harm
if
her.
that's
And it
purchasing a
doesn't say
new
that you're going
home
to harm her
or
this time, because I'm
vehicle,
going to kill you.
or
And it
even a
also says
person
someone's
coming along
ready to
and
turn around and
helping you
harm
to
the
gain what it
Miss
is you need.
Mind
I
Game,
also
who's
see
living
somebody
around
wants to
you,
gift you
probably
something
giving you
and a
bad
love.
news and warning her not to speak, but karma's coming to her. And it is going to be this, ideally subject to class A drugs and everything else that she's probably trying to push on you. It's going to be karma with the universe punishing her today. And very bad news is coming to her mind and her laughing mother and father, whoever gave birth to her, and struggles to probably give her good news. It is going to be on. The universe is spinning around in a way that study her being mad is not going to be you. You will witness her being mentally ill, and smoking, drinking is not her thing, but she will have to see a dumb mind game to play herself if she doesn't want to see herself go to the doctors or see medicine given to her, because she's mentally ill and she's going to go down, and the harm is coming her way today. And now it's going to be there forever until she understands not to play with you again. Whoa, karma's coming to her. Okay. It doesn't say it's going to be evil until she sees that it's evil, but it does say it's enough for her to deal with her mental health away from you and not bother you. So therefore, she's going to bring herself down to the surgery and maybe even see that she's got to help herself with problems and place a building in her mind, off of her mind, as she sees that it's not going to be her mindset, because she wants to target you in the building that you live in. And it says it's not going to be easy, but she's going to get bad news today. So that's what's going to be on the agenda for the morning, the nighttime, and the rest of her lifespan, it says, as she deals with something heavy today and onwards from now on. Okay, so she's got some karma to deal with. All right, now it should take her mindset away from yours, and see if it does some good for you to have peace of mind in your life, Virgo. Okay, so that could be where part of the blessing is coming in for you. All right, but yeah, I'm gonna wrap up this reading now, as I will continue to give you some messages in the next one. So I'm just going to leave it here for you, lovelies. There is some money coming in for you all, but ciao for now, Virgos. Look forward to your blessings, and I will speak to you soon. Ciao for now. Bye.